Hey there, it's Sonia Miller, life coach, speaker, and best-selling author, and I help women who struggle for any reason to receive their fulfillment with ease by unlearning struggle. So today's video is inspired by a series of conversations I had on my coaching calls today, and it seemed like I was having almost the same conversation. So I thought this is a sign that I need to do a video. And it's based on this idea, this question that is, how do I receive right now? And I'm really focusing on right now. So I always like to offer a less is more tip because I'm all about unlearning struggle, and less truly is more. And so I'm going to give you what the tip is, and then we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into how this is possible and how this works. So the less is more tip is, in order to receive right now, you have an opportunity to shift your thinking from when then to right now. So what does that mean? When I'm talking about when then thinking, I'm talking about this idea, this very, very human, very common way of approaching receiving what we want, which is based in a limited perspective on cause and effect. And so we tend to think that before we can receive something that we'd really like to receive, something else needs to happen first. So when this happens, then I'll receive. When I work really hard, then I'll get the promotion. When I bill my clients, then I'll get the money. When the economy comes back online and people are hiring again, then I can get a job. When I get a job, then I can get money. So there's this whole A plus B equals C. All right. Now, there's a lot of reasons that this gets reinforced in our everyday living, okay? But I'm here to offer how it is to receive our fulfillment with ease. And the doorway into that is about being willing to shift from an everyday lens, which is outer world focus, that this is how reality works, to an inward lens where we start to explore the power of our consciousness. Now, your consciousness is the sum total of your thoughts, beliefs, expectations, and emotions. And the idea that your consciousness creates your reality is deep and far-reaching across many different fields, whether you call it spirituality, metaphysics, quantum physics. Your consciousness does create your reality. But most of us don't really speak the language of consciousness. We speak the language of the five senses in the physical world. I am passionate and have dedicated my life to understanding the terrain of consciousness. And it's kind of like I'm a consciousness engineer, all right? So I've studied that science, that language, that lens on life and how life works. And it works because I live it myself. I've seen the results and I have tons and tons of clients who have as well. So today I'm excited to illuminate this idea of how to receive right now. So your consciousness creates your reality, which means if you believe that A needs to happen before B is receivable, before you can receive it, you'll be right, because that's what your expectation is, okay? But what I'm here to tell you is receiving as a skill set, as a state of being, is the most natural thing in the world. It's almost a forgotten art, though. It's a forgotten paradigm because we have been conditioned in our culture in sort of a masculine model way of manifestation that we need to work really hard, this hard work ethic before we can receive. You know, no pain, no gain, and we got to pay my dues. And all of those things train us to feel like we have to earn that which we wish to receive. Now, some of you, if you've been watching my videos, you've heard me refer to the flower as the metaphor, but the flower is an exquisite example of receiving. So here's this being who does nothing other than stand in her place. Life is always offering her everything she needs. The sunshine, the air, the water, the minerals. She doesn't go out and hunt it. She doesn't examine it. She doesn't come up with a strategy. She doesn't have to earn it. She's just planted in her place. And life is always providing. Now, that is true for all of us. Life is always providing. But because our consciousness creates our reality, we have determined that we need to do something before, when then we can receive. The flower, however, doesn't think that way. She's just receiving all day long, all day long, all day long. But her consciousness, instead of when then, is right now. The other aspect of her consciousness, and this is part of the less is more tip, is in order to shift from when then thinking into right now thinking, you must learn how to be unselective about what you receive. In other words, you receive everything all day long, just like the flower. So the flower receives the sun, and she receives the water, and she receives the minerals. And if there's ever too much of anything, or not enough of anything, or she doesn't like something, she doesn't push it away. She isn't selective. She doesn't say, I'll receive this much sun, that's enough, thank you very much. Or I'll receive the minerals from the earth, that smells like manure, gotta stop that. No, she receives all of it. If the water's a lot, she receives that. If the water is not enough, she receives that experience. She receives what life is offering her right now, all day long. And she's become very good at sometimes being uncomfortable and letting that pass. If the water's too much, she takes it. She might get a little bit soggy. She lets it flow through her. She receives everything right now as it is. And then receives the next thing. She might receive some heat, some dry air. She receives that right now. She receives the minerals right now, whether they're stinky or there's too much of this or not enough of that. She's receiving what life offers right now. So that's your opportunity, is to start getting curious about, how do I receive everything that life gives me right now? Now, why is this so pivotal? Because when your consciousness is, I'm receiving right now, you're manifesting, I'm receiving right now. You're going to start to receive incredible opportunities, the kindness of life, the blessings that are right here, right now, that you couldn't receive when your consciousness was when then. Your consciousness is always going to give you what you expect. If you need to wait for the economy to shift before you receive money, your consciousness will manifest, I'm waiting for the economy to shift. You're going to manifest a whole bunch of waiting. But if you can receive everything that life is giving you, and that includes your beliefs, your concerns, your fear, your gratitude, the gifts that come from nowhere, the inspiration that arises, you're receiving all day long, right now, what's here, and you're resisting nothing. You're being unselective. This is when things that feel like miracles or gifts or blessings from heaven or from unexpected possibilities or surprises arise. And I'll tell you, as a coach of this, there is nothing that tickles me more when I start to witness my clients experiencing this. And it happens easily. That's the thing. It truly is easy if you're willing to practice the shift in awareness. That's all it takes to receive easily, is to train your awareness to see with some different lenses. So I know that this is conceptual right now, so I want to give you something much more concrete that you can start practicing right away. I'm going to do a quick overview of the 3 elements to receiving that I teach in my Receive course, that I teach in everything that I offer having to do with receiving. And I'm also going to give you a place that you can access 2 free guided meditations to help you play with this and experiment with this, and you can learn more if you'd like. Okay, so the 3 elements to receiving are this: A-L-I. A stands for awareness. L stands for let it be here. And I stands for invite more or better. Okay, so first of all, when you're wanting to receive right now, okay, everything right now, you become aware of what is here right now. So it might be something in your outer world. So for example, some people are hearing things in the news that scares them. So I'm aware that this news story is scaring me. Awareness. L is let it be here. Just like the flower, she lets everything be here now. Okay, so I let it be here that I'm scared by this news story. I like to always breathe into the things that I let be here that are uncomfortable, but I like to breathe in the blessings as well. So I let it be here. I'm afraid of this news story. Let it be here. When you let something be here, you're not fighting it and you're not pushing it away. Just like the flower, she lets it all be here. You might take a few more breaths. Let it be here. Let everything be as it is. And you will notice at some point that something will relax a little bit. It takes practice. You can do the meditations that I'm going to point you to in a minute. But this is the concept that changes everything. And as you let it be here, you get to invite more or better. So you can say, what else is possible? I'm aware of this scary news story. I let it be here. I let the news story be here. I let my fear be here. I let my concerns be here. Deep breath. And now invitation, like the flower, always an invitation. What else is possible now? Or how does it get even better than this? Or I'm willing to feel peaceful even in the midst of scary news stories. So you've just received it. You've just allowed it to be here and move on through, which now allows a space for the next thing. So then you become aware of the next thing. I'm aware that I want to find a way to make some money. Okay, I'm aware, A. I let that be here. I want to find a way to make some money and I don't know how. I let that desire be here. I let the fact that I don't know how be here. I let my worry be here. I let my need to know be here. I let the fact that I'm struggling with this be here. I let it all be here. Deep breath. What else is possible now? Don't be surprised if you keep practicing this, because this is how it works, where all of a sudden you become aware of something positive, like I'm aware of an idea I never had around how I can invite some money. You could get a phone call out of the blue. You could read something that inspires you. You might find that there's something available that you just didn't see coming. So you receive the good news. You receive the gifts that come in. You become aware of those. I let that be here. Take a breath. Experience that fully. How does it get even better than this? So while this is a very simple explanation, and I know it may raise some questions, I really want to invite you to go deeper with this. Give yourself the gift of this. And what I offer you are 2 free meditations that you can just try on for size. One is to help you unlearn struggle, and one is to help you receive what you want. Go get those meditations. Try number 1, day 1. Try number 2, day 2, and then whichever one you like moving forward, okay? And if you'd like to learn more about how to receive your fulfillment with ease, just know that by being on that list, I will keep you posted on how you can access upcoming online courses. I teach an 11-week course called 11 Weeks to Unlearn Struggle and Receive Your Fulfillment with Ease. I'm getting it online very soon. I just completed the live version, and the joyful fulfillment, the successes, the breakthroughs on inner levels and outer levels of all kind, relationships, money, jobs. It's amazing what you can receive when you become unselective and really practice on being a masterful receiver. If you become a masterful receiver, it doesn't matter what you want to receive. It doesn't matter what the thing is. The thing is less important than how you receive, because we are receiving all day long. We just don't know how to be intentional about it. Okay? So that is your opportunity. Practice shifting from when then to right now, and then practice receiving everything, okay, as best you can. And if you need some support to go further, go to unlearnstruggle.com, put in your name and email, get your free meditations, and feel free to reach out for support. Emails will be coming your way with the meditations. You'll have a way to get a hold of me, and I will let you know how you can access the online course, receivecourse.com, that will be available very soon. I hope this was helpful. If so, please like, share, subscribe. I'll be sending more videos your way. And I'm here holding the space that you discover that you really can receive your fulfillment with ease. Receiving is the most natural thing in the world. We've just kind of forgotten how, but I'm here to help you remember. Have a great day. Bye.